Thanks for joining class today. Today you will need blocks if you need to raise the floor, and you will also need a towel for our rest position, or a baby blanket would work. Anything that's long enough to put around your neck and hang on to. Let's begin. Come to a comfortable seat in the chair. As you can see, I need to raise the floor by putting my feet on blocks. Take a deep breath and exhale. Place one hand over the navel, one over the heart. Close the eyes if that's comfortable to you, or look down, and take 3 breaths. Create an intention for yourself for this class. Inhale again. One more time. Okay, so we're going to begin with a breathing exercise. This is one that helps raise energy in the body. As a side note, if you're hearing any background noises, there's a bird on my roof jumping and making noise. So that is what's happening there. All right, so for this energy raising breath, this is what it looks like. Hands down and inhale for 5 counts. As you inhale, raise the hands up overhead, and it looks like this. And the exhale is swift. About 2 counts. So 5 counts in through the nose, 2 counts out through the mouth. Let's do that together 3 times. Begin. Stop at any time if you get dizzy. One final time. You can return to this breath anytime you need to raise your energy levels. Time for eye movements. Begin by looking up, and then we'll sweep the eyes down to the 12 and the 6 o'clock positions on the clock. Up and down, moving the eyes slowly and purposefully. Back up and down. One last time, up and down. Center the eyes. Now we'll go left to right. Look to the left. Sweep the eyes across the field of vision to the right. Back to the left. Again, slowly with purpose. And the right. One more time. Center the eyes. This time we'll go up and around the clock face, trying to hit every number very slowly and carefully. Okay, begin by looking up, and then come around to the 1 o'clock, 2, 3 o'clock position, and continue around at your own pace, noticing if there's anywhere the eyes stick or have a hard time going past. One more time through from 12 and around. Remembering to breathe. Center the eyes, then we'll do the same thing up counterclockwise. Look up and moving counterclockwise. One more time around. When the eyes reach the top, center them, blink. Bring your hands together, create some feet within the palms. Just takes a few seconds, vigorous. Hands in cupping shape, and place them over the eyes, placing no pressure on the eyes themselves. Take a deep breath here and allow the eyes to bathe in the warmth that you've created. And hands down. All right, let's begin some stretches. Make a basket with the hands and place the hands on the back of the head. Tuck the chin down to the chest without placing the full weight of the arms. Just feeling a good stretch here. Remember to breathe throughout all of these stretches. Then tuck the chin diagonally I should mention that I'm dealing with some sciatica, so if I need to move my leg to help that nerve, that's what's happening. And then tuck the chin diagonally the other way. Breathe through the stretch. All right, back to center, leaving the hands where they are. I'm scooting a little back on my seat so I can have a good solid foundation because we're going to do side stretches. Begin by taking that left elbow and point it up towards the ceiling, getting a good stretch in the left side. Really opening the ribs on the left and contracting the ribs on the right. And then leading with that raised elbow, come back up to center, and then through to stretching the right side. Opening up the ribs on the right, contracting the ribs on the left. Breathe. And raising through that right elbow, come back up to center. Bring the arms down. All right, now we'll do some arm flexibility. So to begin, hands on the knees, then raise the hands together. But when we're gonna come to about here, and that right arm is going to come behind, a little twist, just reaching the back of the seat. Back to the knees, raise and twist the other direction. Left arm comes to the back, right arm just pointing forward. Back to the knees, and let's continue at your own pace, moving through each side. If you want to incorporate the breath, when you have your arms raised, inhale through the twist, and exhale to bring them back down to the knees. Let's do it one more time on each side. Continuing, raise the arms one at a time, just up to shoulder height. Then start alternating the tippy toes. So I've got my left arm raised, I had my wrong one up, my left arm raised, left tippy, or right tippy toe. Right arm raised, left tiptoe, and continue. Gradually raising the arms higher and higher until you have them up by your ears. Very nice. All right, now let's do some rocks side to side. Loosen up the hips and the spine. Remember to breathe, always at your own pace. Right, do some body circles. We'll do 3 times in each direction. Reverse. Now I'm going to scoot slightly forward so I have more mobility within my legs. For windshield wiper legs. Feel free to work from slower movements to faster movements as your legs loosen up. And now let's do some butterflies. And now we will continue with our Kundalini style warm-up. We're going to be doing cat and cow spine. First, we'll bring the hands to the OK positions and bring the arms out to the side, elbows bent at 90-degree angles. And bring the arms together and apart. Hands can meet together like a clasp, like here, or they can close like windows. So play with those positions and see what feels comfortable in your shoulders. Either like this or like this, like a prayer position. So you find what works for you. When your arms are back, squeeze the shoulder blades. This will help with posture. Then start to bring in head movements. When the arms are together, tuck the chin. When they're back, look up. This naturally creates a rounding and extension of the upper back, and then begin to bring in the more full spinal movements. I'll move to the side so you can see what this looks like. If you have it available to you, you can even bring in rocking hip movements to increase the stretching and extension through the spine. All right, now let's continue with our twist. Same hands, same arm positions, and just begin to twist one side to the other to bring in the breath work. Breathe in through the nose when we go to the left, out through the mouth when we go to the right. It'll sound like this. Of course, moving at your own pace, as slowly as you need, moving up to about the speed that I'm going. This kind of breath will also work to increase energy as well. All right, very nice. That's our warm-up. Now I will show you our rest position. Scoot back in the chair. Take the towel or blanket. Bring it around the neck. Lean back into the chair. Hold on to the blanket or towel and just put a little bit of tension in it. We're not pulling ourselves up to sit, just enough that the neck can relax. It's not a lot of tension that you're holding in the arms. And we'll take 3 breaths here and then prepare for sun salutations. One more breath. All right. Come to standing, and we'll come around the side of the chair for sun salutations. I'm going to leave my towel here, and if at any time your body is just feeling like it needs a rest, come back to that rest position. All right, for sun salutations, we're going to come right up to the side of the chair and hold on to the chair for stability, or if you have good balance in this position, go ahead and interlock the thumbs, stretch the arms out, up, just until they're in line with the ears, and look up. Looking up will create a slight upper back bend, and that's what we're looking for. We're not doing a deep back bend here, just a slight bend. If you're holding onto the chair, it will look like this. Simple as that. All right, scoop the hips back a few inches, then hinge forward, keeping the back flat, and come down just until the palms can press into the chair. You can stay here or come down to forearms for the forward fold. We'll take 2 breaths here. Pressing back through the palms. Take 1 step back with each foot into downward dog. You can stay in this plank-like position, or you can push weight into the arms if your chair is stable enough, and find a good balance between weight in the hands and weight in the feet. It can be here, here, or pressing all the way back to get a good hamstring stretch, all depending on what is comfortable for you today. Right, then step back up to the chair, stay here or come back down to forearms. Then press back into the palms, bend the knees slightly, come up to standing. Bring the arms straight out, up overhead again, and slightly back, looking up to the ceiling. And bring the palms together in the center of the chest to prayer position. And bring the hands down. Straighten out your clothes. And we're going to do 2 more rounds. Hanging onto the chair or interlock the thumbs, reach the arms out, up and back. Then scoot the hips back, hinge forward from the hips, and place the hands on the seat of the chair. Stay here or down to forearms. Here you can look at your chair, look in front, or let the head hang. Press back into palms. Take a step back into downward dog. Any of the variations that you would like. And step back up to the chair, staying here or coming down to forearms. Press back into the palms, come back up to standing, bringing the arms out, up, and back. Then bringing the palms together to the center of the chest. Now we'll do 1 more round, a little more fluidly. Bring the arms out, up, and back. Scoot the hips back, hinge forward. Bring the palms onto the chair. Stay here or come down to forearms. Then press back through the palms. Step back into downward dog. Step back up to the chair. Stay here or forearms. Then pressing back up, bend the knees, stand up, bringing the arms out, up and back. Then bring the palms together to the center of the chest. And there you have it. Those are our sun salutations. Let's go right into our standing sequence. So hanging onto the chair for stability. Take 1 step back with the left foot until we have feet in 90-degree positions. And then hang onto the chair or bring the arms up as shown. Stay here, or I need to modify my stance a little bit, take a step farther forward, go into a lunge. This is warrior 2. The gaze should be out over the tops of the fingers. Then shift the weight forward just until you can bring the right arm down onto the seat of the chair. Reposition feet as needed. You can keep the front leg bent slightly or come into straight legs and raise the left arm up overhead. This is triangle. Traditionally, the gaze is up over the raised hand. With my sciatica, that is uncomfortable today, so I'm going to look down. Then take that left arm up overhead to increase the stretch through the side body. If this is uncomfortable, remain with the arm up overhead, up towards the ceiling. Breathe into the side. Then circle that top arm back to the seat and step the left leg back up to the seat. And take 1 step back into downward dog. And we're going to do 3-legged dog. So press through the heels to lift the leg. And play with balance, lifting 1 leg at a time. Other options are to do the runner stretch, bicycling the feet, or to simply lift from the knees. Really find a good balancing point on each foot. Being very mindful about the weight distribution through the bottom foot. And step back up to the chair with a wide-legged stance. So my legs are approximately this distance apart, wider than my hips or shoulders. With the hands pressed in to the chair, you can stay here or come down to forearms for a wide-legged stretch. This is called prasarita. Let's stay here for 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. And 2 more breaths at your own pace. All right, press weight back into the palms and bring the legs back together. Come up to standing, and then we will cross to the other side and do the same thing on the other side. Holding onto the chair for stability, step back with the right leg. And with the back leg turned out, front leg point forward, we've got a 90-degree angle with the feet. The heels are more or less lined up. Hanging onto the chair or raising the arms. Stay here with straight legs or deepen the pose by making it a lunge. You can hold on to that chair the entire time if you need to. This is warrior 2. Straighten the front leg, shift the weight forward, and bring that palm down on to the seat of the chair. I've got to scoot my back leg up slightly. And then bring the right arm up, pointing towards the ceiling. Turn the gaze to look up. And circle that raised arm down to the seat of the chair and bring the legs up to the chair. Take 1 step back for downward dog. And start moving into 3-legged dog, just like we did on the other side. So this time, raise the leg, keep it raised, take a breath. Lower the leg and raise the next one. 1 full breath. And lower the leg. Right. Step up to the chair in a wide-legged stance. Stay here or come down to forearms for prasarita. Bend the knees slightly, press into the seat of the chair, and bring the legs back together and come up to standing. Let's come around to our seated section. Today we're going to work on chair pose. I'm going to show many variations of chair pose. So to begin, I'll leave the blocks on the floor, but we will have a variation with no blocks. Excuse me. All right, first, seated position, and with the arms raised up at an angle. From the side, it's about at this angle. This is one option. The next option is to raise the arms up to the ears and lean forward. I'll show you that from the side. The next option is to take a block between the knees, either this skinny way or this fatter way, whichever is best for you, and squeeze the block between the thighs and bring the arms up to either position and or bend forward. Let's hold here for about 30 seconds. Breathe through it. Keep squeezing with the block. You can move the arm position as needed. Maybe bring in the navel towards the spine if you need some strengthening to hold the position. And release. One final variation, we're going to do some arm swings to start to stand. Each time, come up just a little bit out of the seat. If this is not available to you today, you can keep practicing going back and forward to this type of position. All right, and then come on up to standing. I'll show you what it looks like from the side. This is the full expression of chair pose. And choose the variation that you want, and we'll breathe into this for 10 seconds. And release. Come back down to seated, replace the blocks if you're using them. And we'll work on some leg strengthening. Got to reposition my blocks slightly. Okay, I'm going to scoot back a little bit. Raise up the right foot and do some ankle circles, either direction, whatever's comfortable, and lower it. Continue the circles, raise again, and lower. Do it one more time, circle back up. This time, hold the leg strong, firing through the muscles of the leg. Push through that heel to feel the extension of the leg. Take one breath. And lower that leg. Let's do the same thing on the left. To start with some circles. I had a surgery on this foot and my circles aren't as nice. Back up. And down. One more time up. And hold the leg out strong. A lot of strength in the leg. Push through that heel. And we'll breathe through this here. One breath in and out. And release. Let's bring the arms out in front of us and just do some more leg lifts on both sides. And down. All right, let's move the blocks out to the side and we'll do a wide-legged stance. And we'll do the same thing here. Raise and lower the legs. Now let's do our ankle circles, which adds a whole other dimension to the leg strengthening, up and down. One more time. Try that with the arms out. We'll do the other side. Lift the leg. We're doing circles, that's right. Do some circles, down, back up. Cannot help the popping. And arms up. One more time, up and down. Let's get ready for our twist. Today I'm going to move to the side of the chair, scoot forward until my feet are comfortably on the ground, and then sweep across with the right arm until I can take a hold of the side of my chair, and then bring the left arm out, take a hold of the chair, pull into the twist. Continue the twist through the neck by looking over the shoulder. We'll do 3 breaths on each side. Begin. Slowly come out of the twist and move to the other side of the chair and do the same thing. Sweep the left arm across until I can take a hold of the back of the chair and bring the right arm and pull into the twist. Remembering to look over the shoulder to continue the twist through the neck and breathe 3 times. Slowly come out of the twist, come back to the center of the chair. Let's end where we began with 3 more energetic breaths. So remember, we're breathing up for 5 counts through the nose, exhale through the mouth, 2 counts. Let's do that together. Thanks for joining my class today. I hope this gives you the energy and centering that you need to make it through your day.